This talk is brought to you by the Bamberg Mathematical Consciousness Science Initiative.
So this isn't really like a new idea. It's something that I've been thinking about since I was an undergraduate. I clearly remember asking my then girlfriend how many thoughts she had per second back in 2001. So the first question regarding, what is the frame rate of consciousness is, well, consciousness seems continuous. So here are some possible answers for why it seems continuous. Well, the first possibility is that it is continuous. And that would mean that consciousness is maybe something like an electromagnetic field or something like that. That's as an analogy, not literally, where as long as the power is on, this field is there. This would have like weird or maybe counterintuitive consequences where all of this content we have would not be like real discrete states, but rather just like fluctuations in a field. We could also have something like it's faux continuous or falsely continuous, where we just have overlapping states of consciousness, and because they overlap, it seems continuous. We could also blame introspection for the reason why it seems continuous, where actually from afar it looks like a solid plane here, the dune, but it's like a grain atomic, like Colin was talking about. And so the grain of appearance or the grain of experience would be larger than the grain of generation of conscious states. We could also have something like stitching, fusing. That's very that's very prominent in neuroscience, where we have something like binding. And then we have like a fifth answer which denies that it seems continuous. I have like a small silly paper on this in relation to phenomenal unity, but I won't really talk about this now because it works better for phenomenal unity than it does for diachronic unity. Right, so here are some more thoughts. This question seems to be maybe independent of richness of consciousness, but it not independent of the content of consciousness, because really what we think about when we talk about atomic states or discrete states, we're talking about different contents or different representations. So there are some methodological issues given, epistemic limitations on introspection. How could we know, whether or not what the frame rate is if introspection is in a bigger grain than generation? There are several questions we can ask about the bounds of this frame rate. So what is the average frame rate for humans, or the fastest frame rate for humans, or the minimal frame rate for humans? And we can qualify these questions in relation to different questions of interest. What is the average or the minimal frame rate for consciousness to seem continuous, or the fastest frame rate for a population, or the average frame rate for a sensory system, etc. We can also look at something like population differences. So we could have like a spectrum from neurotypical adults or something even faster, I don't know, to something like islands of awareness, which is a popular term, for instance, in neural organoids and stuff like that. Then we can look at inter-individual differences. Now I'm just talking about neurotypical humans, right? So differences between humans, or difference within a single human, so intra-individual differences. And this would seem to, if we have differences, it means that the frame rate can vary, right? And if the frame rate can vary, then there are questions of whether it varies systematically or whether it varies non-systematically. And if it varies systematically, we can ask questions such as, is it based on content, or is it based on the fidelity of the sensory systems? Multisensory integration of these different fidelities might account for something like the faux continuous experience. We could also have questions about willful modulation, such as attentional inflation, and this fits very well with the multiple generator model that Sasha also mentioned that we've written about together. If it varies non-systematically, then maybe it's stochastic, and that would be probably a devastating confound to ever figure out what the frame rate is, because it wouldn't be something that we could really discover. Maybe we could find some like bounds of the stochasticity, and it could even still be different based on different sensory systems, etc. Then there are questions about unity and unification, such as multimodal integration. And what I'm really interested in here is diachronic unity. So that's unity over time, right? Not synchronic unity like Colin discussed, where we're talking like different things at a given time. But unity and unification matters for maybe like a stitching mechanism. Then we have some empirical thoughts. How could we go around to unravel and disentangle this or explore this? So akinetopsia is like a good case to study maybe, but that's unimodal as far as I understand in terms of it's visually. But then we have like a lot of studies on temporal binding. Also, audition seems to have better temporal fidelity than, for instance, vision, as discussed in terms of the sound-induced flash hallucination. But there are also some things like recurrent processing timings, ignition timings, attentional limits, timings of effective masking, subliminal perception, and I have this idea for measuring access consciousness that I won't talk about. And here are finally a few candidates for what the frame rate could be. It could be tied to like neural oscillations. Alpha, beta, gamma would be like maybe prime candidates because we know they're associated with different levels of concentration, etc. It could be something like computational cycles or clock, clock frequencies like we know from computers. So there would be a really nice paper called like overclocking the mind or something like that. It could be like spike patterns, etc. So this is not, as I mentioned, new work, but it's something that I will get around to. Hopefully, I'll start working on this after summer. And so if you have something interesting, just spam me. All feedback and suggestions are welcome. I've only started, reading into this, and I haven't started writing anything yet. So thanks.